Welcome to Experience West Virginia. If this is your first time here, this channel is all about the Waybright family's experiences here in Jenningston, West Virginia. We love to interview our guests at Laurel River Club Bed and Breakfast and share what's happening on the farm. So with no further ado, let's meet my new friend, Craig. Hello and welcome to another edition of Experience West Virginia. I'm here with my friend, Craig.
Hey.
Craig, how are you today?
Good. And thanks for that delicious breakfast, by the way.
You're welcome.
It was awesome.
So, Craig, tell us why you're in the area.
I'm through hiking the Alleghany Trail, as we say, SOBO, or southbound. So I started at the Brewston Mills mile marker 0.0, and I hope to be able to complete at the southern terminus, which bumps into the Virginia state line, kind of near Pearsburg, Virginia. About 300 and some odd plus or minus miles total.
Gotcha.
That's what I'm doing. I'm about 100 and some odd miles in right now today at your place.
Yes.
Yep.
So where are you from, Craig?
I call myself home. I call my home now Virginia Beach. I've lived there for about the last 30 years, so that's a lot longer than I've lived any place else in my life. So my kids live there, my grandson lives there, and that's what I call it home. So
Gotcha.
Virginia Beach, Virginia. Yeah.
So being from Virginia Beach, how did you hear about the Alleghany Trail?
Yeah, people ask me that question, and I apologize. I don't really know. Can't remember how I found out. But I am a backpacker of some time, and I enjoy learning about different trails of about this length. This fits me pretty well. The time it takes me to do, the speed at which I move. It's about the time I care to be away from home and family and friends, that kind of stuff. So I just try to keep my ear to the ground, and I've hiked similar trails in various states of this length, and somewhere along the line I learned about the Alleghany Trail. And I think it's especially significant, you may mention earlier, but this is their 50th anniversary celebration this year.
Yeah.
So by accident, I'm pretty proud to be, part of the 50th anniversary.
Yeah, it's very exciting. They're having a big shindig.
They're having big
Green Bank.
They are. They are. Yeah.
So, are you more of a through hiker than a section hiker? Then you kind of pick a trail and you like to hike it in completion?
Good point. I've done both, and I've come to like to think that in the case of a through hiker, you finish something. There was a beginning, there was an end. I haven't always been able to complete every through hike that I intended to, but there is something to be said, like in life, of starting and finishing and completing. Vice a section where you go, it was fun, pretty similar, but I didn't do the whole thing, that kind of thing. So I do a lot of section hike, and but I like the through hike idea.
Gotcha.
Yep.
So you've been on the trail for how many days now?
A week to the day. Yeah, exactly. Yep.
Okay. So you're about 111 miles in from the north going south.
Yep.
And
it's okay. Camera hog.
And so what stands out in your mind so far about the trail?
Well, my compliments to the West Virginia Scenic Trail Association, the Alleghany Trail people, who I've come to know a bit in planning for this trip. And they're all very helpful and supportive, and I think they're doing a fine job of the trail I've been on so far. It's well marked, well blazed, well cleared. Those things mean stuff to me, So I think they're doing a great job, and I look forward to the rest of it. Yeah.
So far on your hike, have you met anybody along the way that either hikers or locals that you would like to talk about?
two separate categories. I've literally met in one day, which was yesterday or the day before, coming into your place here, what I call 3 day hikers. There were probably a trailhead that you would know about nearby. They probably parked the car, took their dog on a leash. I'm not trying to be mean about it, and they went out for a beautiful walk on Memorial Day weekend. But those are the first human beings I've seen on trail for the week that I've been on trail. To answer your other question, as you know, the trail goes down a lot of, rural country roads, through a lot of rural neighborhoods, or not neighborhoods, but farmland and stuff, and there's a lot of people out there that'll wave at you and give you a cold glass of water, stuff like that. So I've met a lot of those kind of people. But as far as on trail, and I've not met any through hikers yet.
Okay. So how do you feel the attitude of locals towards hikers is? Did you get invited to some different things along the way?
Yeah, I want to categorically tell you, you included at the top of the list. The people are amazing, and that's part of why people like us like to do what we do. I just find either the on-trail people or the people that support on-trail people like you are just an amazing bunch of people. And I've had all kinds of people. I bumped into a Memorial Day weekend family annual celebration, with potluck at the community center. I told you about that story. I've had people wave me into the yard and offer me and sit down and talk to me, want to know what I'm doing, give me something to eat. I've had people stop in a truck next to me and go, "Hey, you okay? Do you need a ride?" That kind of thing like that. So it's amazing, the support that people have. Yep.
So you feel like on your, so far, getting here, you've been very well supported. Now you're going to start to head into a little bit more of the wilderness section.
I think.
Of, we're in section 2, of course. And so what have you prepared, or how have you prepared to go into the wilderness part? Is there anything that you have made special arrangements or made sure that you had in your pack in order to hit that part of the trail?
Yep, it's those of us that do this stuff kind of have the same type of routine. We all use the same guide app, which we're all familiar with. It's pretty accurate, so we know how many miles we did, how many miles there are to go. We look at how many miles we choose to do each day, given terrain and weather and physical capabilities. Aim for a potential campsite that night, which sometimes can be easy, some can be difficult. They can be quite dispersed and quite far apart, depends. Take the requisite amount of food to get you there. You're always looking for water sources. Water's pretty important, that kind of thing. And then as far as your pack out, just through experience, you carry the gear. You're either a tenter or a hammocker, your sleep system or sleeping bag, whatever it is, and a few other things like that, and off you go.
Gotcha. So is there anything that you would say don't leave home without?
I don't know if there's any one thing or not, but there are a few things that I wouldn't want to forget. But I'd be hard pressed to think of any one thing. I wouldn't. Well, I'll tell you, as much as it sounds odd to you, or maybe not, that you're out in the woods all the time, but I need my phone because I navigate on the app on my phone, which doesn't take cellular connectivity to work. So people would say, well, there's no cell connectivity out there. How does that work? Well, it navigates through GPS, not through cellular connectivity. I'll tell you, if you drop your phone, smash your phone, you don't have a map, you don't have a paper guidebook or something like that, and the trail is missed a blaze, you missed a turn or something, you could be kind of in a little bit of problem there. So I guess, I know it sounds silly, but maybe my phone.
Yeah.
When the trail's well blazed, you never pull your phone out. You never need it. I know where I am. I know where I'm going. No problem. When you find that you may not know exactly where you are, believe me, I can get off trail on a marked trail. I know how to do that. Then you whip out the phone and get back on trail. So that's pretty important to me.
So do you feel like so far the Alleghany Trail is pretty well blazed?
I do. Yeah. Compliments to them again. Yep. They've got trail maintenance crews going out there all the time, blazing things. They have a very good feedback system. Whereas if you see a blowdown, if a little bridge gets washed out, stuff like that, they want to know about it, and I think they're pretty good at getting out there and fixing it. Yeah.
So just so people can kind of follow you on some of the apps and things, what is your trail name? Yeah,
good question. I go, it's not as romantic as you might think. I go by my first name and middle name's initials, which are CT. So I'm most known on and off trail by CT. I use the app, which was the Far Out app I've been referring to, and it's you can leave user comments, which are very valuable. So if there's someone ahead of me by a few days and they put comments, I appreciate that, because I'm aiming for a water spot and he writes and says, don't count on this one, it's dried up. So those kind of things are useful. And I've been asked to leave a lot of user comments, obviously, to help the hiking experience and that. So any comments left by old Wheezer, that's me. So I know I go by CT, but my Far Out app moniker is Old Wheezer.
Gotcha. Okay, well, we'll keep an eye out for Old Wheezer.
Old Wheezer, yeah, so now everybody knows.
So when do you expect to finish the trail? What's your expected date?
I think, given what I got left to do, 2+ weeks to go. We're close to, as you said, 100 miles. This trail has, anybody that studies the Alleghany Trail knows it has what's called a gap, the gap in it, where the trail literally does not exist. This is not a criticism. They're working hard to connect one end of it to the other end. There's about a 33-mile gap with no blazes. The app will take you on roads and things to get you connected, but there's no trail there. So my point being, if you hike the gap, you've done about 311 miles. If you hitchhike or get driven by a trail angel or somebody like that, you do about 270 miles of the trail. So given those distances, I've got about 2 plus a little bit weeks to go, I think.
Gotcha.
Yep.
All right. Well, we look forward to hearing from you whenever you complete the trail and see.
I'll keep in touch. That's another thing, although you didn't ask me, we talked about it in the kitchen earlier, is everybody you come in contact with, they know I don't have a lot of connectivity where you do here regularly. And if I don't check in to all the people like you, and you're on the list now, you're going to get me. So, and I appreciate that very much. So you're going to get a little note from me, hey, Marsha, it's me, and I'm doing fine, and stuff like that. So
Yeah.
I think it's nice.
We always like to. We enjoy hearing when and how you completed the trail and
yeah,
and
I'll get
some details.
Well, I'll have to send you the classic picture of me, by the
Right.
Southern Terminus, sign, and that's the classic. I made it. I'm alive. Thank you very much. Yeah.
All right.
And I must say, your place here is amazing. I would say to anybody out there, stop in here. At least to say hi at the very least. I would recommend you set up your mileage and stuff so that you spend the night. This is a fantastic place here, and the things that you do when people come in here and listen to you talk, as I have for the last day, I spent the night here, and understand more what really goes on here. It's an amazing thing you got going. So
Oh, well, thank you, Craig.
all the people need to come here and see you.
We appreciate you coming, and we're so glad to have met you.
Yeah.
We love to meet all of our hikers and
Yep.
help them in whatever needs they may have while they're here. And you can either stay at the bed and breakfast, you can remote camp.
Yep.
We try to just provide your needs, whatever level that may be.
It's obvious.
And
yeah, it is.
Yeah, so we invite all the hikers to stop in and say hello.
Good. They should. Yeah.
Well, thank you for joining us for another episode of Experience West Virginia. And if you see Craig along the road or on the trail, give him a big wave for us.
Thanks, everybody. Take care.
We had such a great time with Craig. We love our Alleghany Trail hikers. Remember, this is the Alleghany Trail's 50th anniversary. Check out their Facebook page for more information. Remember to subscribe to our YouTube channel and let us know what you think. Follow Laurel River Club on Facebook and Instagram. See you next time on Experience West Virginia.